Hey, if you have ever overthought the beginning, this video is for you. No, actually, I have been spending 5 minutes trying to figure out how to say hello to y'all. So, hey, and you will see me referring to my notes because I will let you know here in the beginning I have ADHD and I can get off track. So to keep us on track and to keep us where we need to be, I'm gonna refer to my notes, but I'm still here with you. So really I wanted to come and be able to talk about um, something that's really, changed my way of thinking is that your energy is your currency. Um, I spent a long time thinking that I had to prove my worth. I was a teen mom. I lived in poverty. I lived, down the way. Mental health superpowers, outrageous, ADHD, bipolar. Um, I've seen the lowest lows, seen the highest highs, which gives me like a different kind of introspectiveness than I think that other people can have that they don't realize. You get these superpowers with bipolar. Um, but in addiction and recovery, toxic relationships that I thought that would take me out. And I used to believe those statistics about me that, I wasn't going to make it, that my kids weren't going to be successful. They were in a single parent household in poverty, like we had no chance. And I used to think that my bank account showed what my worth was, and that I had to hustle. I had to be able to be going all the time. I had to make sure I was moving, and that kind of led me to a place where. Mm, See, that's what I was talking about, this ADHD. But it taught me that proving plus productivity meant that I could have money. And that really messed up my nervous system. Like, it was jacked up. And because of the way of thinking like that, I felt like I was broken all the time. But through working on myself, kind of really came to more realization that I wasn't broken, but I was dysregulated. Um, and that's where I started really thinking about, like, what is it that I'm feeling? How do I do the work? What is the work? What does that even mean? And I found the one. Um, I thought it was going to be like this big ticket, and I listened to this show and everything, and they're going to tell me what the secret to life was, and I'm like, okay, I'm waiting, and it was like, it's awareness, and I'm like, okay, I'm aware, but like really taking the time to be like aware, not aware of your surroundings, not always looking over your shoulder, but like aware of the thoughts that were happening in my head, aware of the preconceived notions that were just floating around, in society about somebody like me. And I realized I didn't feel safe. Um, my nervous system was always bracing for like the next chaos. What was coming next? What was going to be the big thing that I'm going to need to solve? And my ADD, ADHD, my bipolar, slowing down felt impossible. Like I always needed to be going. And so I took some advice and I started meditating. Now, my ADHD was not impressed by this at all. Like, what is we doing? Just sitting here being quiet when we got so much stuff to think about? We always have something to think about. But being able to sit still helped me to feel grounded. And it wasn't easy to, get started. Breathing exercises, different meditation things that I did. Now, meditation didn't fix me, but it did help me to hear myself better. So when I would hear those, those little faint sounds of intuition that I usually push down, that meditating allowed me to hear them more clearly. And I had heard the voice before, like, go do this or, whatever. But um, big introvert energy over here. Like, I am definitely an introvert. I am charged up by being at home. I am my best company. I mean, I love to go on a date with myself at the house. We eat the best food. She's always, smelling good, looking fine. We like the same TV shows, but for real, I'm an introvert. So I hear go, it's like, what? I didn't hear that at all. You said stay here and not do that. But this time I was able to hear the go, and I listened. And I was invited to this conversation around the Black community, and not uh, kind of being in this hustle culture that, I'm sure you've heard it before. I'll rest when I die. You know, you have to be hustling all the time. And like being able to be around others and really kind of talk about that and like how that's affected ourselves, our families, and our community. And realizing that rest is not a luxury. Rest is not you being lazy. Rest is actually a resource. It's a strategic way to find clarity, confidence, creativity, choice. And then I started kind of feel like, being aware and being able to know that I could rest was really playing chess, not checkers. Like it kind of gave me an unfair advantage of I get to rest, I get to slow down, and I get to listen to myself. And when I do that, I have energy. And that the more energy that I have, the more that I feel like drawn to going to things that I actually like, not just, oh, I should do this or I'm supposed to be doing this, but like I can hear what it is that I want to do and what I like to do. And when I can do that, I get more energy. And the more energy I get, the more atmospheres, the more different places, people that I like to be around are around me. And when I got to slow down, I got to feel safety. And when I felt safety, then I felt more energy and more clarity because, I was able to see that wealth really wasn't about money. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the coins. I love the coins, but it's a lot of rich, miserable people out there. So money is not going to be what gives you the energy. Being able to be rested and regulated will be able to allow you to listen to yourself. So when I stay in flow with life, I'm able to meet myself there. There's less forcing and there's more alignment with the things that are important to me in life. I make better decisions. I really make better decisions coming from a rested place. If you hear a cat in the background, I have my adopted cat back here. She was supposed to be my granddaughter, and then I found out that she is actually my cat now. So she is a little upset, and she would like to join us here, but not today, Maddie. So getting back on track. I'm able to come to places feeling more aligned. I'm making better decisions. I'm moving in flow and feeling safe. I'm able to trust myself more and being able to feel fulfilled when I say yes and not like energy is being pulled from me instead. So if you're tired of proving yourself all the time, if the hustle feels draining, if money isn't really bringing you peace, maybe it's not more effort that you need. Maybe it's some more regulation. You don't have to earn your worth. Energy is currency. So spend it wisely. So wherever you are, I want you to take care of yourself and pay attention to what gives you energy. Peace.